So guys, the APC membership card of Bello Turji has surfaced online. I mean, the known terrorist Bello Turji, who operates on the ground in Sokoto Zamfara axis, who came out recently saying he wants to, take hold of more territories. His APC membership card has surfaced online. Guess what? The APC has come out to deny it, saying it was forged. Now, see how this headline captured it. Bandit linchpin, Bello Turji's APC membership card forged, says ruling party. And this other headline here says, bandit leader Bello Turji membership card forged, says Zamfara APC. So guys, this is the guy who has been terrorizing people. How come he is a member of the APC? So guys, this is what a judge in Canada said, that the APC and PDP are terrorist organization. It is now becoming clearer to Nigerians that these people know why these terrorists are ravaging the country. They don't know what to do. See, they brought these people in for election purposes, abandoned them. Now they've become torn on the flesh of the ordinary man, not even the politicians that brought them in. And see what Nigeria is turning out to be. No wonder Tinubu is silent. Tinubu can't talk. Tinubu can't shake body. He doesn't want to step on toes. He feels if he goes hard on them, they will buy him, and that is why Tinubu is sacrificing the lives of his own people. Because tell me why we are still suffering from this insecurity and Tinubu is silent. As in, he doesn't come out to make statements that gives marching order to the security chiefs. It's as if Tinubu is not even, as if we don't have a president. So guys, now, let me take you through more security-related headlines. This one says terrorists killed 2, abduct 6 in fresh attack in Castina. And this other headline also said, Kaduna community sell 3 bags of maize to pay 40 million naira ransom. Yet the people are still in terrorist den after 3 months. Hey, I hope they are still alive. After 3 months of paying ransom, these people are still in terrorist den. And then this one here says, just in Kogi youth, donate 1 million naira 1 million naira for President Tinubu's nomination. You can imagine recently the core members who were posted to Kogi State were deceived to come for empowerment, not knowing that it was an APC program. Now, Ododo quickly said the youths gathered to support Tinubu's second tenure. They didn't know they were lured to come out en masse so that it would look as if Kogi State is going to give Tinubu all the votes. So guys, this is what APC has nothing to offer. They are just waiting for INEC to do the what they know how to do best. So guys, this one here say Boko Haram terrorists abduct entire family of 8, including 1-month-old baby in Adamawa night raid. So guys, sometimes I just keep wondering, what are these people learning from the Quran that makes them to be so hardened that even a child, an unborn child, can be bite? I mean, a mother's stomach can be slit and an unborn child brought out and bite. I'm just wondering if the imams have read the Quran correctly and have interpreted the Quran correctly. Because at this time, I can't imagine how religion is pushing people to do the undoable because they have to occupy Nigeria. They want to Islamize Nigeria. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Now take your time and watch this video and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more updates. Thank you.
My brother, Dr. Zoe. I say, make I tell you something. You know me, I did this straightforward. Sometimes that's a problem with me. I did this, I don't get secret. I don't get secret. And so that I say, make I do on my own. APC, I no send on her. I no send APC. Make all my followers in Nigeria hear them today. I know APC, I no send on her. But you I know very well for about 20-something years for this Canada. He dey contest election under APC. Very nice man. He go win. And he will do well for his people. I call him, say, guy, me and you've helped me in the lowest times of my life. I've known you for about 25 years. I've helped you in the lowest time of your life. But you see this APC where they contest under, I no send them. I no send APC. I will not go support APC. I tell him, I'm happy to give you any amount of money you want, but APC, they make a day. Because they have not treated Nigerians very well in the last 2 years. I don't say now. All of us no go be. You cannot buy all of us now. So, if you buy all of us. So what I'm saying, out of respect, I know you as a person, you're going to do the job very well for your community. You're not even Igbo. You could do well. I send you, so I send you a message, you reply, you respond. I can't, but see APC, I don't follow. I don't tell myself so. What do you have to gain? How much are you going to give me? I make I support APC will make my country people suffer. So, where I will not come because they give me money, I go support APC. APC I no send on na zo talk am. I no send on na.
At this point in time, what I have to tell you is the fact that nnamdi Kanu cannot be incarcerated for life at all. It will not happen. And why do I say it will not happen? It will not happen simply because this is not a call for people that are advocating for his release or whatever to go to sleep. What I'm actually saying is the fact that whatever it is that you have been doing, monetarily wise, educationally wise, you should put in more to that. And at the end of the day, that will be achieved. And secondly, the globe is paying attention. The world is paying attention to whatever is happening now. And they are interested in that. And if I must tell you sincerely, the world has never changed. Just like you used to hear of war here and there, the Ottoman Empire and the whatever, it has not changed. It's the same ideology. And as far as I'm concerned, it's three ideologies that rules the world. It's either you have the Arabian influence, the Western and the European influence, or you have the Asian influence. And in that regards, now funny enough, in Africa, we have a mix of all that virtually in all countries, or virtually almost all the countries in the Sahel. And that is why when you look at the dynamics as it's playing out now, you will get to see that what is happening or what has happened in Niger, Mali, Chad, Burkina Faso, and whatever is the same thing that is happening in Nigeria. Ideological concept divisions, religious ideological concept divisions. Not as if the Arabian influence or the Arabian culture is actually bad, but over time, that has been adulterated and has resulted into religious fanaticism. Talking about Islamic religious fanaticism. And that is what has spoiled it. And that is what you're having now. I want people to be good students of documentary and history, actually. You will get to see that what has happened in Chad, Mali, Libya, or whatever is the same replication of what is happening in Nigeria. And if I must recommend something to just go online and search about Dogon people in Mali. When you search about Dogon people in Mali, you get to see that there's a kind of militias that were formed to protect their territory or whatever. The same story that is happening in Nigeria is the same reason why these people are standing and trying to defend their own land. Do you get it? And having said that, let's look at it now. The fact is, we must give this to Bala Blue. Though the fact is, I'm not an advocate of Bala Blue, but the fact is, I think Bala Blue, we must give it to him. He's a liberal person. His policies or whatever will not speak that, but the fact is, he's ideologically inclined in the sense that live and let's live. That is the ideology of a Yoruba man. Do you get it? And I want to put it to you that I'm not campaigning for him actually, or he's the best or whatever. But what I'm just trying to say is, for the first time in history at least, we're having somebody that is ready to take the radical trajectory. And that is why, if I must deviate, this next election is very interesting. Interesting in the sense that for the first time in history, the northern key players actually have no card to play. Because the division is actually growing bigger day by day. People are beginning to see now this is what the North stands for, and this is what the East stands for, and this is what the West stands for. Do you get it? Just like you quite agree with me that no president will want to become a president of a nation just to have his name being rubbished. Do you get it? But the Nigeria situation is more or less like pouring water in a basket. No matter your policies, no matter your interventions. He came with some wonderful policies, actually thinking that would translate to development, but he is shocked to realize that that is not what is actually desired. Why? Because we are divided ideologically. And the fact is, I will actually love a situation where he's actually looking into that, not even love a situation. But the fact is, let's not deceive ourselves with the concept of one Nigeria where one is bad politicians, is bad governance that is responsible for all these things. The fact is we are divided as an entity. We are not united. Ideologies is actually informing how we behave and how we prioritize things. And to some certain extent, take it or leave it, we must give it to this man. His policies are not good, but the fact is, with the pardon of Igbouna and the rest of it, tell me why. So let's just leave it. What I'm trying to say is, sincerely, at this point in time, is to your old tent, a bit to your old tent, O Israel, a bit whatever as they put it. It's all man for himself. That's why I say, my guy, now you go sharpen, and a lot of all these variables. So the fact is, preaching unity in diversity, in the midst of the reality as it affects the nation, is going to be nothing but hypocrisy. And let me affirm my stand today. My stand generally is, if Nigeria cannot do the right thing, then everybody should go his own way, just like Brimo said. And what is the right thing? The right thing is a Nigerian that respect and accommodate everybody irrespective of the differences. But at the end of the day, if that cannot done, you are just going to succeed in making other people victims in the hands of other people that believes their ideology is superior, supreme, and should be respected. Most especially talking about the North. And that is why you have the introduction of political Sharia. And when you look at this now, when I hear people talking about, oh, we don't want to turn to Libya, we don't want to turn to Mali, when the US was intervening and a lot of other countries was intervening, I begin to ask myself, do these people actually know the history of these people and why they were attacked and why a lot of all these things were done? If you're a good student of history and you're a good student of documentary, you understand that even the fall of Gaddafi can be traced back to even the 1960s, not 2000. The fall of all these other empires or whatever can be traced to a very long time. As a result of what? Radicalization. Radical Islamic concepts. And that is what they are actually trying to establish with all these Fulani headers or whatever. Take it or leave it. Look at it now. Look at the whole of the Sahels. The whole of the Sahels is bedeviled with all these things. Whole of the Sahels, no exclusion. The whole of the Sahels is bedeviled with all these things. But when it comes to Nigeria now, we have succeeded in giving them funny names, like bandits or whatever. But the ideology remains the same. Nothing has changed. But the fact is, just like I keep saying, it's either live and let's live, or everybody goes on his own to build his territory and establish his kingdom according to his ideologies. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, generally speaking, is either we live as one or we perish divided. And that is going to be my ideology in life. Do the right thing. But the fact is, in regards to doing the right thing, is how can you even do the right thing when people are divided ideologically? You can't do the right thing. Because the right thing now, in the midst of economic developments and giant strides or whatever, should be perceived as the right thing to everybody, right? But in the presence of ideologies that rules the world, what is right is bad. What is right is bad. What is right to this person is bad to this person. So I'm progressive in nature, and I want this to be in record. That I'm telling you... sorry, I forgot to say, this election is going to be the most interesting one. The most interesting one in the sense that for the first time in history, the kingmakers, as perceived, as believed, have no card to play. And in so doing now, take it or leave it. Let me put it to you. Let me say this to you. It's not a palatable thing, but we have to say it in the midst of it's saying the truth. There is no entity, no person that can defeat Bala Blue at the moment. There is none. And the fact is, if it's not defeated, it's going to turn into a kind of ideological concept fight. And when it turns into ideological concept fight now, that is when the fate of Nigeria will be established. We will now know who is who and where is where.
What they did it to nnamdi. We are getting there. It is one thing at a time. One day, Nnamdi Kanu's case will come up at the international level, and the whole world will ask questions, because everything that was done to Nnamdi Kanu was not right. Seriously, it was not right. Do you know the irony? The same thing this man did when Nnamdi Kanu was freed. You can imagine. So it's a matter of time. Nnamdi Kanu, I thank God for the spirit he has. Nothing will happen to him. He will come out.
Nothing will happen to him.
Yes.
But sir, what is the essence of grant?
It shows that the world out there, they believe in Nnamdi Kanu. They believe in the burial. They believe in the cause you are pursuing. It shows that the Nigerian government made a mistake. If I said shame will be on them for all these things, shame will be. Let them challenge America and ask them, why do you give them such an honor to a man? Let them challenge them.
I was coming to that. How do you think this will impact Nigeria-US relations?
They won't talk about it. Mr. Okoro, they won't even mention it at all. They will pretend as if they didn't hear or see it, because they don't want to anger everybody. Because of what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. Look at what other people have done. That is 100 times more than what they were accusing Nnamdi Kanu of. What happened to them, Okoro? No, what happened? The real terrorists are out there. They are dining and whining with them. A foreign terrorist called Bello is there, issuing threats, giving order, and villagers are leaving their homes, leaving their
So
families.
how much influence can America have over the ruling, a court's ruling in Nigeria, over a citizen of Nigeria? How much influence can America have?
As I talk to you now, 80 prisoners have been released in Venezuela on the orders of Donald Trump. 80. The people that this man, this president drug pusher has detained. Maduro. Yes. They are doing this. So whenever there is injustice everywhere in the world, Mr. Okoro, we should not fight it. Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. What did he do? Self-determination that is enshrined in the
with those that are from America, especially when they have dual citizenship, we know how they can interfere in such incarceration. Why didn't America interfere when he was incarcerated? Because the wife even called for assistance. Some Nigerians also called America to get involved at that time.
You know, the bureaucracy, the come to the table.
So it took time for it to get to his ears.
I think so.
It took years for it to get to his ears.
But he was almost there. Ask yourself how this trial panned out. That was when the discussion was on. And this federal government discovered that this man may call for nnamdi kanu release, and they went on a trial, on a horrid trial. That was what I kicked against what she already did when we were talking about to release nnamdi kanu protest. I kicked against it. Everybody saw my stand because I knew something was in the offing. It would have been easier now for Donald Trump to talk about nnamdi kanu in detention than now that have jailed him. And the federal government, you knew. That was why they hurried that trial. And I was telling my people, don't support this show and what he's trying to do. There's something behind it. Nobody listen to me. It would have been very, very easier because by now nobody will talk of a trial because of what is going on today. Nobody, the federal government wouldn't have tried to try nnamdi kanu with Donald Trump looking at what is going on here. Because you ask questions. So why are you trying this man when other terrorists are out there?
Barrister, do you think this move will force Nigerian government to have like a behind-the-scene political?
Of course. Yeah, it's going to
having that lead.
Yes, it's going to happen. It's a question of time. All these will come to the table at one point or the other. Because right now, Donald Trump is saying no more Muslim ticket. No more Muslim ticket.
What he said?
Donald Trump, that's the condition he gave. No more Muslim. And Tinubu dare not go against it. He said it.
All right. Talking about that, I recall asking when you brought the issue of Jackson, Sunday Jackson, who was released last week. It's like somehow I preempted this award given to Nnamdi because I asked you at that point. To the issue of how this impacts, Nigeria-United States relations. For a while now, the federal government has been saying, look, it is IPOB that went to the United States of America to tell the US government and Trump that, look, there's Christian genocide in Nigeria. At the backdrop of this, you see a state in the United States of America, Georgia, to be very precise, award nnamdi the honorary citizenship and ambassador of goodwill, And I want us to return to the issue of how that will impact Nigerians. Do you think that they will call up the issue of the image burnishing that they are doing when we are paying about $750,000 a month? Are you then going to use it to attack and recreate the narrative about IPOB being a terrorist organization and all of that? What do you expect to see in the coming days?
I said those ones are rumor. You don't use the federal government. It's some hangers one.
Yeah, the federal government has said those in the Guardian of Friday.
Let them make all those noise. But did you hear the US make noise about it? Did it attract any international attention? That one is by the way because you and I know. No, I pop. Can you just imagine?
This award, this honorary citizenship given to Nnamdi Kanu, is it going to internationalize this matter? And I would also like to recall that Nnamdi is a British citizen. And in all of this, UK has been linked, over the issue since trial and all of that. They never interfered. They never said anything. A British citizen being tried in another country, sentenced to prison, life sentence and all. Do you think that it will somehow internationalize the Nnamdi Kanu problem?
It will. I told you here, it's a matter of time before Nnamdi Kanu's case will come to the front burner internationally. America will pick it up at one point or the other. I said it is one thing at a time. At a point, when this matter gets to the level it will get to, Donald Trump will intervene and ask questions. I'm not joking. If they can relieve that Jackson man, why would they release the Nnamdi Kanu? No, tell me. Because these are men of injustice. Is injustice on his own. So all those things that they accuse IPOB and then Nnamdi Kanu, the whole world has seen that it was just a word, travesty of justice. No, that's why nobody is buying into what the federal government is doing. Nobody is paying attention. UK you are talking about, UK have interest in Nigeria.
Okay.
They have interest from the day of amalgamation till now. UK never wanted Nigeria to breed. They want us to remain where we are, where they kept us. And so, if there's anybody that is coming to change the status quo, they will not be comfortable with it.
Okay, so apparently they are in tacit support of nnamdi.
Of course, that's why they never said anything. You can imagine. That's why they never said anything. They never said anything. Under normal circumstances, they are the one who's supposed to be at the front runner instead of Donald Trump of America.
Being a British citizen.
Yes, not even that, being a colonial master. They should be interested in what is going on in Nigeria.
No, you already said they have interest in what is going on.
I am trying to bottle the fact that school they left since 1914, and so they won't be happy with it. So anybody that want to go toward that route, they won't like it. Anything that they not they handed power to is doing, they will support it because they want it to remain like that. That is the British people for you. Always looking for a way to suppress people. That's why they lost their prestige in the whole world. They lost it.
No, sir, you said something in the course of this program. Trump having to go to Venezuela to release about 90 prisoners.
Yeah, 80 of them.
And you say you expect that he will do something here in Nigeria. Of course, they have already done. He has already done that.
Yes.
Minister, how does that fit into international law? Venezuela from Washington. So what does that speak about global power in terms of sovereignty of nations? Is it a proper thing to do? Is it right to do that?
I have told you here that evil does not last forever.
Who defines what is evil?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Who defines what is evil?
Somebody. Yes.
I said Donald Trump that Saudi Arabia, when they killed Khashoggi in Turkey,
yes,
is now trying to speak about good and evil. So who determines what is evil?
Bisogoro. Now let me tell you, there are levels of evil.
Okay.
If you're a world power, you decide what you want and what you don't want. That's why you're a world power.
Okay.
You decide what you want and what you don't. It's like challenging God. Who are you to challenge God? Who are you? There are things that God has done that we don't even understand. Some of us will think if we see God, will query him. But he is God. He said nobody can query him. That's the truth. You said that you are giving a land to the Israelites, a promised land. Meanwhile, some people in that land, you give them the. He said a promised land, and the promised land is where the Palestinians were living. This is when the Israelites were dragging them away from their house and occupying it by force.
Okay.
Didn't you see it?
No,
I'm telling you now. So, but there must be a history behind it.
Okay.
So when
so the line between good and evil gets blurred because there's a world power.
Of course.
Because the Trump will say, well, we can't stop doing business with Saudi Arabia because Khashoggi was killed. And the same Trump will turn around and say, well, we release 90 prisoners from Venezuela because they were, unlawfully
in international politics.
Okay.
The Machiavellian principle plays a major role. The end justifies the means. If there's an end you are pursuing, you can overlook all that to pursue that end. Saudi Arabia is a business partner with America. America is owing that country so much money. American security are in that country. American business, American companies are in that country, and they're making a hell of money. So that alone covers every other thing.
Let's bring it back home.
It's a capitalist state.
Yeah, let's bring it back home. So we have established that great powers do whatever they like.
Exactly.
So if we come to back home here in Nigeria, is it proper to say that great politicians should do what they like and whatever? You are cherry picking.
Oh no. I said great power. What power?
We're talking about powerful people in the country.
the greatest economy today. Can you challenge the $39 trillion?
Okay.
You are not going to 1 trillion. What are you saying?
So we are comparing.
I'm trying to convince you. Don't go through that route. There is no great man here. All of them are looters. They plunder the economy.
Do you know how America made its money?
They work on their economy.
How did they work?
They want us to go through their economy. No American president has been accused of the type of humongous amount our leaders are stealing here. Nobody can do it in America and get away with it. It's not possible. The system will catch him. But here, up to today, we are talking of 210 trillion naira missing NNPC. Isokoro, that money is with somebody. Two of us. Did it not disappear? And is that what we call a great man?
So, with this new Georgia proclamation, so are we saying that Kanu's case is now being reframed globally as a human rights issue and not a criminal one?
It has never been a criminal matter. Duncan is a political prisoner of conscience. Forget about all these shenanigans the federal government are doing and all that. I'm telling you that people have done worse than nnamdi, and nobody called them. Nobody even reprimanded them or arrested them. Plateau. Did I occupy any place in the southeast? No, tell me. These are facts that you and I can verify. So what happened? You let them and say it does not matter. But you can arrest him and Kanu is a true Igbo son. The God of Igbo land will save him from that. He will come out. Because it has happened. Just last week, Al-Mustafa, the former CSO to Abacha, was freed by the Supreme Court. Was freed after how many years? He was in detention throughout Obasanjo's regime, two of us. So if someone can go through, why can't we now the Kanu?
Okay, Barrister, let's come further home. This award to nnamdi Kanu, now this recognition, how do you think it's going to impact federal government IPOB relations in the coming days? I mean,
they will now with this award, they should not be having a rethink. Yes, they should not be having that world power.
It doesn't confer U.S. citizenship on nnamdi Kanu. Am I correct?
Look,
it's just honorary, yes.
Now from clapping hand we dey enter dance.
Okay, so where are we now?
We are clapping hand now.
Okay, so honorary, we are not full citizens.
We are going there. It's a gradual process. That's what I'm telling you. It's a another state. You know, America have 20 states.
Exactly.
One of them will take it not further. One of them will say, so this guy, okay, let us play.
My question is this: it doesn't actually confer U.S. citizenship on nnamdi Kanu.
It's coming now. It's coming.
I just say in the meantime, before it comes. So, how do you think that will affect IPOB federal government relations here in Nigeria?
I say
Nigeria are going to come hard on them.
For what? For what reason? They are even softening up now. The other day, they celebrate. Nobody talk to them, so they are beginning to understand what is happening.
Okay, so there's more like a tour in the relationship between FG and IPO.
Yeah, they are beginning to be sensible. That's what I'm telling you. Yes.
So you think that this president is doing good by that?
No, he's not doing any good. He's not doing any good at all. This is your right.
Okay.
No, you cannot give me my right. This is a natural right for me to protest what I don't like. He's not doing anything.
He has allowed the free space. We have people who didn't arise free space.
That's what it is their own. How can you not give it to me? No, you have not done me any favor.
But someone wants to take away that right from you.
And the person got what he deserves.
Okay, so the person that allow you to have access those rights now is not doing good by you.
I did not do any good because it's my right. You didn't hear me. You didn't do any favor. The favor you do to me now is to make sure that I'm secured. That's what you swore to do.
Might also harden the government's stance against.
No, they dare not. They dare not. Harden waiting. They dare not. The one they do, they see smelling. They don't want to offend anybody again by being hard on anybody. Instead of being terrorists, they dare not. You have forgotten. America is the one to minute by minute want to go near Nigeria. You can't tell me that you are living for peace and you are asking for trouble at the same time. No, America will not take that too. Now we move away from this conversation. We'll get into another conversation this morning, looking at the political side of things. Well, Serap, I beg your pardon, looking at Serap suing the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, and also NBET over 128 billion naira missing funds.
So guys, let me share with you how some Nigerians have reacted to Professor Kanu's reaction. Actually, he posted asking that Nigerians should confirm that he saw that Bello Turji's card has surfaced online. So he's asking for confirmation, but guess what? Some people descended on him. So let me read out some of the reactions from Nigerians. Like this person say, join the APC and your sins will be forgiven. Another person said, Canadian court declares APC PDP terrorist organization. Canadian court declares APC PDP terrorist organization, denies asylum to fleeing Nigerian politician. And this other headline here say, that's why that's where he truly belongs, birds of same feather flock together. Now, wow, for you, as in Canada has declared them already. But somebody is very offended that Mr. Kanu asked for clarity. Let me read out this reaction that somebody reacted, saying he did not expect this from a professor who is asking for clarity. Now, this headline here says, wow, okay, this is a reaction. It says, wow, it is ridiculously hilarious to see even media outlets whose primary objective is to ensure adequate, reliable, and accurate information relapse to the same intellectual trenches as those who trade it to peddle lies and unfounded information. Apparently, the photo above is doctored and it's posted to mislead only those who sought information without verification. Simply zoom in and out. Perhaps the truth will pop into your face. However, this is not to say things are not happening, but by simply verifying information before sharing or ensuring critical caption will do a lot of good, or it's all for XP check. And this person say, now you all aren't winning any election with this. This person say you are calling people names on the Twitter space. Now this other person also reacted and said, this is why Hannatu Musawa is boasting about APC Muslim ticket. The federal government of Nigeria are hoping on the likes of Bello Turji to rig election for them in the north. This is why the insecurity will never get solved. I feel sorry for those who have died for nothing. This person here says, Mr. Kanu, in your obsessive bid to betray this government and everything remotely associated with it, you have once again abandoned reasons for recklessness and substituted evidence with sensationalist propaganda. A cursory intellectual honest review of that so-called membership slip immediately exposes it for what it is, a clumsy forgery. From the crude formatting inconsistencies to the laughable metadata errors to the implausible registration details that do not align with any verifiable party process. The document collapsed under the lightest scrutiny. What is truly alarming, however, is not the forgery, itself, but your eagerness to weaponize it. You routinely accuse the government of moral bankruptcy, yet you appear perfectly comfortable amplifying unverified falsehood simply because they fit in your preferred narrative. This pattern, your unfortunate trademark. Criticism is legitimate. Fabrication by proxy is not. When analysis is reduced to rumor mongering, what emerges is analytical decay. It's careless, misleading, and irresponsible that it does grave damage to public discourse. This person also went ahead to say, you may despise this government. I don't like them either. But hatred is not a substitute for hard work. If you must criticize, do so with fact, restraint and intellectual rigor, not with forged document and breathless insinuation. Enough of this descent into madness. Public commentary deserves better than this. And this other person here said, the National Assembly resumes today. Do you think they will even consider passing the electoral bill? So these are just reactions from Nigerians as regards to Mr. Odinkanu's post. But I'm just wondering, why are they going after Mr. Odinkanu? He just asked a simple question. Somebody confirm if Bello Turji has joined the APC, and people are now going hard on him. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.